Hello guys, this is your friend the great lobbyist. I'm back again with some really awesome video of the newly launched Realme X2 Pro. Realme has been a brand which is quite young. They've just been into the market since 2018. In the last 2 years they've been climbing up the brand ladder, and they have been taking some pole positions in terms of market share in some of the biggest markets. They recently launched the brand here in the UAE, and we have been able to get our hands onto their top line model, which is the Realme X2 Pro. As the box seems like pretty decent, like an Apple packing, I am really hoping that the product will be equally good. On top of the box, we've got the image of the phone with the brand, and of course some of the key features, which is Snapdragon 855 Plus and 64 megapixel quad cam. Now we'll talk more about this in detail. At the back of the box we've got again the similar things, almost the same thing mentioning, and plus this particular version is 12 GB RAM and 256 GB ROM. This is a pretty awesome monster we've got in our hands here. Let's look at right inside what's in the box. When we, on top of it, we've got the standard a small little box. Let's go look at it. What's inside it? We've got the we've got some standard information guides and manual, which comes with it, and a silicone case for those who want to protect your phone. Next we have here is the phone itself, and before we get into the phone, let's look at what we got here. We've got the SIM tray pin, we've got the USB-C type cable, and we've got the SuperVOOC charger, which is one of their key USPs. Pretty thoughtful. They've put in some slot so that this doesn't get damaged. Let's put this on the side here and look at the phone itself. And we got the Realme X2 Pro with 12 GB RAM and 256 GB storage. This is pretty beautiful. Wow, this is amazing. It is a crystal blue color, very beautifully done up screen, about 90% odd screen to body ratio. You can see the speaker right on the top with the dewdrop screen here. This is about 6.5 inches monster screen with 90 hertz refresh rate, which is awesome for which gives you an absolutely brilliant clarity and ultra smooth display when you're looking at it. At the back we've got the quad cam setup, we've got the 64 megapixel cam, and going down all the way to the macro cam here in the end. On one side we've got the volume toggles, and the other side we've got the on-off switch and the system and the SIM tray. At the bottom we've got a C-point port and a headphone jack. I really love these headphone jack port. To be honest with you, it's a personal choice. Basically, when you run out of those Bluetooth battery on the Bluetooth devices, and you it's really annoying for them to, for waiting it to be charged up, and our headphone jacks really do come in handy at that point. As it said on the box, the Realme X2 Pro comes with Snapdragon 855 Plus processor, which means it packs really rock solid processing power, which makes it a smoother experience specifically when you're using it to play games, or anything which is more complex. The 90 hertz display, you can see how deep and beautiful those colors are and how smooth that display is. The blacks are really deep, as you can see in the back screen that I've set it up for you. And then of course the The phone itself is a beautiful looking piece. The one we have here is absolutely a brilliant crystal blue color, really mirror finish. I think this is Gorilla Glass 5, if I'm not wrong. And you know, in the features towards the end, when I put it down in the text, you can read it, and it's got a beautiful finish at the back with the mirror finish. I can see it's anti-fingerprint, which means you don't have to worry about the phone getting dirty at the back or the touch screen. Camera does bump out a bit, which worries me, because if I'm keeping the phone down on the surface, it might scratch my camera, the exteriors of the camera out. But I think if you use this bad boy here, which they've given, it will take care of the camera, protect the camera on the side, which means the bezel wouldn't touch, you know, the edge of the camera will not touch the floor when you're using it. Looking at what's inside, let's go down and scroll down to what the phone's got. It's Android 9.0, Android 9 version on, you know, topped up with Realme's proprietary Colors OS version 6.1. Colors has been receiving a bit of a lashback recently from the users. It is a pretty decent operating system on top of Android 9. Should it come with Android 10? I think that's an opinion. I'll leave it on to you. You can leave it in your comments at the bottom, and we can take this message across to the Realme team. As you can see, this particular one comes with Snapdragon 855 plus octa-core processor, giving it amazing processing power, 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage, which makes it a beautiful looking powerhouse as it is. And all to my favorite part, again, my favorite part is the super woke charging, which is the 50 watt super woke charger. I have tested it from 0 to 100% in less than 30 minutes, which is pretty awesome. I mean, my phone usage every day is so heavy duty that I end up normally charging my phone twice, if not 3 times over, which means for people like me and some of those, you know, some of you guys who are always on the move, and you know, the chances of you running out of your battery are very high, which this is the phone which can which sorts that issue out for you. You just need to plug it in for a few minutes and you are back in action. One of the things which I wanted to you know, talk about on this phone is the battery itself. I think it comes with a 4400 mAh battery, making it again a decent battery size. Now on my standard usage, when I use it 0 to 100% charged in less than 30 minutes, the phone did last for about almost 2 days, which is pretty awesome. And I promise you, I've got a very heavy duty usage, and plus the beauty of the look and the feel of the phone has been pretty amazing. It feels a little bulkier than its counterparts, but all in all, it is a beautiful looking machine, a beautiful looking hardware packed up with some amazing power. It also comes in other variants, which is 128 GB RAM and 8 GB ROM as well. And also comes in Neptune Blue. Now this is where the thought has gone and where the inspiration is drawn from. I mean, when it comes to look and feel, I mean, of course, we all love our handsets and we all love them, love to carry them around wherever we go. A life without them is pretty mundane, and you know, but when you look at you know, the inspiration some of these phones draw. So Realme spoke about this inspiration at their launch event, and they call it the inspiration from where the sea and the moon meet. So hence the colors blue, which is inspired by the sea, and the Neptune white, which is inspired by the moon. We'll try to get our hands on Neptune white as well if you can find it, and would love to share some of those pictures and a video of that phone. And let's going inside of this machine and the camera side of it. let's look at the camera. We've got they've, instead of making it very complex, they've actually simplified the process for you. You just have to choose between video, photo, and portrait mode, where you can set it up all your settings right here with this bar here. So you can pick up the 64 megapixel camera, which is pretty decent and pretty nice, and a quad camera setup, of course. And then you got the nightscape mode, which is for those night owls out there who like to take pictures when after the sunset. This is a phone that you want to carry with you. It's got the panorama and expert mode as well, and along with one feature which most of its counterparts have not included so far is the time-lapse feature, which is pretty awesome. It's something which you all would love to use if you want to keep for some of those city videos that today we shoot. It's amazing. Ultra wide angle, which can go up to I think 120 plus degrees width, and the macro mode as well, which is there. As you can see, it can actually see through the pores of the fabric that I'm using as a tablecloth when shooting this video. The photo mode, similar setup, which comes with a beautiful 20x zoom. Woo, that is amazing. No matter how far it gets closer with the 20x zoom. This is amazing. A 64 megapixel camera with 20x hybrid zoom is pretty awesome. I mean, you will see some of the pictures taken from this phone, and also a short video of how the 20s zoom has performed towards the end of this video. And it also has an auto micro lens. The moment you bring your phone closer to the thing that you want to shoot, it automatically switches to the macro lens, which means ultra clear close-up pictures. Of course, the beauty face is a default feature, which comes mostly with most of the Androids today, which is pretty amazing. The camera was impressive, and of course the portrait mode for a little bit of closer pictures where you don't want to worry about what's surrounding it, or at least blur it out a bit. Awesome stuff. Comes with very minimal, I would like to call them the spamware in terms of third-party apps. So here we've got YT Music and Opera is the two apps which I don't see fitting in here. But apart from that, it is pretty standard. You see the standard Google stuff out here, and some of the tools that go along with it as part of the operating system, and their own Aquamail system to go, which is preloaded. All in all, I absolutely love the phone. Brilliant. The performance has been amazing. Some of the shots that I've taken from this phone have come out absolutely brilliant, and some of the short videos that I've posted have been brilliant. I've also included a time-lapse video to go with it, so that you can have an understanding of it. So this is the Realme X2 Pro, one of the flagship models. It's retailing on Amazon.ae at 1,999, which is amazing for against its competitor. It looks, and with specifically the kind of feature this one, the top end model is packing, it is still about good 25% cheaper than its peers and than its competitors, and making it a default choice for a lot of us Android users who love a beautiful piece and a very strong hardware and what's inside the hardware. Now, I'll be talking about another product from Realme in my next video, so please do watch that as well. But in the meantime, I'm giving you a brilliant chance to win Realme X2 Pro. All you have to do is look for the Great Lobbyist on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Like, follow, and subscribe me my channels there, and like this particular video. Leave a comment on how you found this content and what more do you like to see from me as I shoot some more videos to coming up in the coming weeks. And you will have a chance to win Realme X2 Pro with 256 GB RAM and 12 GB ROM, and most importantly 0 to 100% charge in less than 30 minutes. This is your friend the Great Lobbyist signing out, and I look forward to see you again very soon. Peace.